Hello, ITPC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. I am smoking a meerschaum. Looks like I got some tobacco flakes in the side here. There we go. Now there's still another one, but I'll get it later. So this is an estate pipe that someone was very gracious to send me. And it's great because it's 9mm filtered. It's got just a really big bowl. It's surprising, I guess. And I'm smoking one of the blends that I'm trying to smoke 10 smokes of. Dunhill Standard Mixture Mellow. Can't really get this one anymore. Not only because it's Dunhill, but Peterson, that's not a thing. I don't know how old this tin is. My guess is it's at least 8 years old. Could be older. It's very delicious, though. It is mellow, mild. It's supposed to have Virginias, and it says Turkish tobaccos, but it's got Oriental leaf and Latakia. And I think this is like a blend that I could smoke in any of my pipes. I usually single out Latakia into just specific pipes because I feel like if that's all I smoke in that pipe, it goes that pipe with a Latakia flavor, and it kind of builds and adds to those blends towards Latakia. But I don't feel like the Latakia, especially, I know I never had this fresh. The age can mellow the Latakia. I've not quite experienced that, even with the different fresh and aged blends that I've tried. But it totally makes sense that it would lose a little bit of an edge. I like using this bigger pipes for pipes that have our ribbon cut, which this one is. It's pretty light in color for a blend containing Latakia, but it's pretty dark because of the age. Very smooth. I'm getting roasty notes, some mild oriental sour tanginess with like a bready Virginia. Only my second smoke, and the first one was when I was sick, and it didn't really bite me there when everything was biting, so I knew that was a good sign that this would not irritate my mouth so much, and it definitely isn't irritating very much, so that's good. So far so good. I think this is, I don't know. I have tried so many different blends, and some of the blends I've only tried and smoked one tin, and it was years ago, and my ability to taste things has just grown and changed over time. But one of the blends that I think maybe this is reminds me of is I bought a tin from a local tobacconist. So I have no idea how old it was, but I don't think it was fresh by any means. It was the Davidoff English mixture blend, English blend. It kind of reminds me of that, because that one, it felt like if I hadn't read it, that there was Latakia in that blend, I wouldn't have noticed it. Like, it felt like an accent to a Virginia blend. But I don't know how accurate that is. I bought some more tins of it because I really enjoyed smoking through that tin. And, but I was just like, I think this tin had a good amount of age, so I'll just let it age and smoke my other stuff because I know it tastes good aged. So I haven't tried it really fresh. But this might be in the realm of something like that. Yeah, well, kind of tastes like the Latakia is taking a spicy. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of spice, kind of like I don't know. It's tasty. I like it. I don't know. Can't describe it great detail. I'd say though that it seems like Orientals is playing the largest note, with Virginia's and then Latakia last. And I think Virginia Oriental blends have scared me a little bit, because some of them have been way too tart, sour for me, but this is tasting good. Anyway, we're preparing for this family of Ukraine coming to our community, and I hope everything falls in place that they are able to make it here. It's tough putting yourself in someone else's shoes, and you're trying to make plans to help them feel as welcome and successful, or have as much success as you possibly can. And it's just hard to know how to do that well. So your plans kind of have to be loose, so that you can adapt and change them according to the relationship that you build with that family. It's just very interesting. Trying to disassociate your desires with these needs that you need to accomplish. In our town, traveling around using only public transportation is arduous. So my Suburban, which I was going to just try to drive until it dies, unless we find a better vehicle than my car. We might be donating it to the cause, which I hope it serves well. I was kind of just wanting it to just wanting it to last as long as it possibly could, to be just as efficient as possible with my funds and my resources. But it feels a little bit different giving something that's a little bit frail to someone else who needs something, but at the same time it's I don't know how to describe some of these thoughts. I hope that it serves them well. There's conflict in my mind of wanting to give them something better than that. But at the same time, when you have nothing, everything's better. And I certainly was planning on driving it for time to come. Been repairing it. So, I don't know. I don't like the idea of giving someone my leftovers, per se. There's always been a realization that that seems to be kind of where we lean towards when we have a tendency to give, is give out of our surplus and our leftovers. But to give sacrificially is more challenging. So, in some ways, it is, I don't know, it is what it is. I wish I could give more. Don't know what that would look like. So the Onion pause. Haven't seen Johnny for a while. Miss Onion. Glass. Peter Piper, True Light. But I'm glad that there's some new channels starting up. I enjoy getting to know some of these people's tendencies. There was ask. I guess I struggle to talk about some of this stuff because there's a bit of vulnerability in it, and it seems superficial or poor taste to talk about so publicly. But our social services were putting out requests to try to get more families involved with the foster care system. And our church, they reached out to our church, and our church is asking me and Krista to maybe promote like a little class that kind of just tells people about the program, what involves to get involved. And it's pretty difficult to talk about the topic, and the reason for it is it feels like the need is so great, and yet all the sorts of people that could help with the need see it as too great a task, or too much commitment, or too much sacrifice to take part. So it's kind of easy to get defeated or frustrated by people showing interest only to not actually do anything. And there's a real amount of myself that I want to fight the notion that the sorts of things that are heavy on my heart and mind ought to be heavy on someone else's heart and mind. That what's really important to me needs to be important to someone else, because there are all sorts of things that people are heavily devoted to and very sacrificially involved in all sorts of things that I am not, that they could feel the exact same way. So there's a little bit of extending I'd call it grace to people, and saying, I don't know your situation, I don't know what's going on, to why you're not participating in this. But I do feel like out of, hundreds of people that should care about these sorts of issues, it's hard to believe that we're the only ones willing to pursue it or stick your neck out. And so then you go, what can I say that would help encourage someone to consider it? How can you make something so challenging sound enticing? Where does my responsibility lie in that? I don't know. It's challenging. If anything, I've just learned that there's a couple people in the whole system that just have completely dedicated their lives to helping children that needed help. And they've done it at great cost to themselves in many ways, but I'm sure that they would view it as not like that. That they have been blessed to interact with so many different great people. Oh. I don't know. I guess if you're the praying type, you can pray for these things. Pray for this Ukraine, this family from Ukraine. Pray that we might be effective in our ability to help them. And we might be sensitive to who they are as people. And even though we might be limited in our ability to communicate. And that we can be wise in our words, that we might present the opportunity of being foster parents to a group of people fairly. And with kindness to those that might receive the message. Oh my goodness, such a weird video. Sorry, I'm just off the rails talking to the couple of you who didn't hang up a long time ago. Alright, this is way too long. Hope you all are well. Hope you had a great Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. And hope the rest of your February is fantastic. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this smoke. Talk to you later. Bye.